Hello guys and gals, and welcome! So today I wanted to show you what it's like to power level a character and the process that we currently use to get our characters up to at least level 45 relatively quickly. It only takes usually about an hour or so, give or take, depending on what events pop up during that time period. But we're going to start out from the beginning here. First off, you want to create a new character, obviously. And you're going to make your character, choose your appearance, and you're going to get your name. But once you create your character, you're going to make sure you check this box right here, which is skip the campaign. So this power leveling technique works extremely well if you have already completed the campaign. For those of you who have not completed the campaign yet, I'm not really sure what to tell you all. Completing the campaign first allows you to do this trick that we're doing and get you basically about level 45 within a very short period of time. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to choose my little red-headed ponytailed barbarian here because why not? I actually really like the sort of like simpleness of the design. Reminds me of Diablo 2. Anyway, once you get into the game, you're going to want to find a high-level friend. The point of this is to get your character as high as you can, as quick as you can, and to do this, what you really want to do is the Capstone dungeons. So you're going to first do your Capstone dungeon, which is up here. It's you have to go up there sometimes to actually explore it and find it. But once you come up here, you will find that you have a Capstone dungeon to go to. You can actually do the World Tier 3 Capstone dungeon relatively early on. It's actually right here, the Cathedral of Light. So what you're going to do is you're going to see if you can find a player, a nice player who can give you a hand and help you on your way to glory, so to speak. And the reason why you're doing this is basically you're just going to find a person who can complete the content. It's really not very important how fast they complete the content. You just need to be able to get to World Tier 3, and then eventually you need to get to World Tier 4, which is how you're going to get the majority of your, the majority of your actual levels. I'm going to be joining Leon, and I'm going to hop into chat with Leon, and we're actually going to have a couple other people join us, and let me get everything set up, and then we're going to start the process. Alright, guys and gals, so we got our little group here. I got Leon, who's level 99, and we got two other newbies besides myself. So what we're going to be doing is first we're going to be doing the Capstone dungeon, which is here. This is the Cathedral of Light. It's level 50. It's honestly, like, super easy for Leon. Like, he's literally going to roll through it, and it's not even going to be an issue. Like, he's just going to, like, whirlwind through everything, and everything's going to cry, like, their eyeballs out. You don't even have to follow him. So basically, and that's going to be kind of boring, but the thing is the dungeons, for some reason, have shared EXP, which, by the way, I think is stupid. The shared EXP goes across the entire dungeon. Literally the entire dungeon. So it doesn't matter where we are in the dungeon. As Leon kills monsters, we will gain levels. And as you can see, we've already gained 2 levels, just like that. And he's going to basically just do the dungeon for us. I mean, we can follow along behind him if we want to, and we can pick up items, but obviously if we die, we're not going to get any EXP. Now, one of the things that you will find is this Capstone dungeon is perfect for your level 45 gear, because it tends to drop level 40 plus equipment. So when you get your character leveled up to 45, like, what do you actually do? You don't have any equipment. So if you follow along behind the person that's power leveling you, you'll notice that most of this equipment that falls on the ground is exactly level 45. Which basically means that you can utilize this equipment later on when you actually get to level 45, so that you aren't just a naked barbarian or a naked, I mean, well, druids got fur, but I'm a naked barbarian, just running around trying to do the best you can. The only thing that you really have to do is just not die. Just not die. That's kind of your goal. Now, one thing that you can do, which is actually pretty cool, is you don't have to actually pick up the legendaries. So the game actually has this feature built into it, which is actually pretty cool. It's basically just if a legendary falls on the ground, or even a unique item falls on the ground, it just goes to your stash. Like, anything that's important that you missed is going to appear at your stash, so you don't even really have to follow around behind the barbarian. You can just, or the person that's power leveling you can just go back to town and collect the more important things from town. It's not going to take the rare items, though. So it's important to note that the rare items are not going to follow you into town. So if you do want to pick up the rare items, you've got to actually follow the barbarian around. And it's kind of important to have a little bit of stuff, because when you do reach level 45 and you don't have any equipment to put on, it's going to be really difficult to actually do anything. So having a couple pieces of gear here and there to slap on that can make you not die, so that you can actually level up your character and start to gear him out, is kind of important. But you don't need to like overdo it. You really just need something to put on so that you can start the chain of events yourself. Like it's not really a big deal. Obviously, dying here doesn't have too much consequence, other than the fact that you'll lose some EXP. If you have multiple people, you get a bonus. So you get 5% bonus for being next to another player, and you get double that if they're a party member. So we're getting a nice little 10% bonus here. And I would also recommend that you drink a potion. Now, you don't have any potions when you start out, but you'll find one at some point, or the power leveler can give you a potion, which also works. And then you can just drink them. That way you can get an extra 5% EXP on top of the 10% that you're getting from being in the group. Actually goes pretty fast. Now, this part is not really the fastest. You don't really get like a super huge amount of levels from this part because they're only level 50 monsters. Or is it, yeah, I think they're like level 50 something. I can't even remember. Yeah, level 50 exactly. But when we get to World Tier 4, that's when things get really, really interesting. So World Tier 4, the monsters are obviously a lot higher, and we're going to do the Capstone dungeon there as well, which is level 73, I think, is the Capstone dungeon for World Tier 4. And then we just basically follow Leon around everywhere, like lost little sheep, until we end up at level 45, which is hilarious. He'll probably level up to level 100, and who knows? Maybe we'll capture it on camera. This content is so easy for anybody that's a higher level than it, too, that it's like... yeah, I don't even think that even if Leon tried right now, could he even die. Like, even if he just stood there and let them wail on him, he probably still wouldn't die. Look at all those potions! Now, your weapon looks pretty cool, Leon. The hell is that? It's just like a frickin' hunk of magma. It's kind of beast looking. It just looks like you pulled it out of the... Just like stuck your weapon into the magma and just like pulled it out.
Out of the flames.
So, I was thinking about this. I'm gonna do a basic barb, which is the whole build, right? Is building around a basic skill using things like Ramalonzi's Magnum Opus and like the Frenzy necklace and whatnot. Out of all the basic skills, what other basic skills would I probably want to use? Because I was thinking about it. If I'm going to beef up basic skills to the moon and back, I might as well utilize another basic skill too, which is also going to get the same damage bonus.
So, what's interesting is Bash can give you overpower procs if you have enough crit. That's an interesting thing I never got to try yet.
After critically striking 4 times with Bash using two-handed weapon, your next core or weapon mastery skill will overpower. That could be interesting. But it's overpower on the core or the weapon mastery skill, which is not really where I'm going to have my damage output. And then lunging strike is like the movement ability. But I could utilize that to get, what, berserking?
You can utilize that to get berserking, or just close the distance, or just for some self-healing.
Because what I was thinking was, is if I'm going to throw 5 points in Frenzy, I'm going to level up Frenzy, get that like to its godlike state. So I'm getting the 5 stacks of the attack speed. Then all of the basic skills are going to benefit from that huge increase to attack speed, and also the damage bonus that I'm getting from that as well. So I could stack that with another basic skill that could maybe give me something else interesting.
Maybe Bash?
I was even thinking maybe about Flay, because I could stack bleeds.
Or yeah, that would be nasty too. I'm just trying to think back to D2.
Well, I was thinking if I used if I used Frenzy, which gives me 5 stacks with the unique item, 5 stacks of Combat Frenzy for 8% reduction each, and then I also use Flay, which has the Combat Flay, which gives me 3% damage reduction that stacks up to 4 times, so 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12% there. Like, I could just, like, stack the 2 damage reductions from both the basic skills. Flay's actually not terrible. I remember utilizing it, and it does actually do a pretty significant amount of bleeding damage.
Everything's clear. You can move up, loot.
Loot! I think this character's going to be a journey. I know that. Like, I'm going to have to play around with it, mess with the items. Like, I was actually thinking, what other weapon would I use other than the Magnum Opus? Like, definitely the Magnum Opus, because that has all that extra damage for having Max Fury. But then, I don't know.
A couple weapons would drop you too, since I'm a barb.
Whee! All we gotta do is stay alive, boys. Don't get hit. We only had to stay alive for 2 seconds. It's terrible. Alright, so now from here, we just leave this dungeon, because now we're on World Tier 3. Now we have to change to World Tier 3 to be able to see the dungeon, so that we can go to the next capstone. So we all gotta all go down to the World Tier statue and change the World Tier to 3. I'm already level 9, and all I did was stand there and talk. Gets even better. Yay!
I need my companions to do that.
Alright. World Tier 3. It's not letting me do it. Why are you being rude? It literally just gave me the quest and told me that I completed it. And now it's being rude.
What is this? What happens when you talk to the statue? It's locked, or?
It just says locked, yeah. Let's see if maybe I can leave and then change it and then re-invite everybody. Let's try that. Yep, there we go. That worked. Alright, so re-invite all the Doojanks. It's Leon. And then Heathen, there you are. No, he's still in the party. No, hold on, let me... Why did it cancel out like that? That was weird. So what Leon is doing is he's giving me some of the items that he found, like while he was killing the dungeon. Because they get stuck at that level, so it'll help me with gear until later on. And let me get everybody re-invited into the group. Sometimes this stuff with the way that everything works is not unlocked. The access to the current world tier. How the hell did that happen? So that's the reason why it wouldn't let us proceed to tier 4. It looks like Heathen got left behind.
Just one, not both.
Just one. It was just him. I don't know why he got left behind. Maybe he hasn't talked to the statue yet or something.
Oh.
We got to work out. Yeah, come down here, talk to the statue, and switch to World Tier 3 so we can invite you.
Should be good now.
And take a second, get yourself some potions if you can.
Where you at, Heathen? Yep, there you go. So you got to talk to the statue. You got to complete the quest. You got to get everything set up. Sometimes you just need to reform the party. It's not really that big of a deal. So now that we're in World Tier 3, we should be able to see the Capstone dungeon. Now, unfortunately, on brand new characters, the entire map is completely and utterly shrouded in darkness. I can't remember exactly where it is. Isn't it like a little bit below Saragar? It's been a little while.
Above Fate's Retreat to the right, or below Firebreak Manor?
Well, all I have are the main waypoints. Like everything else is grayed out. So about
I put a
right,
pin.
about right
Can you
there.
see my pin? Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna let Leon go there because we're in World Tier 3 and we can't run there because we'll die. Let's be honest. We will totally die. You can take this time to run down and upgrade your potion. You do have access to a lot of your stuff from like the previous characters. So if you did your Paragon points, if you did your skill points, if you did your your altars of Lilith, you've got access to all that stuff, as well as a lot of the crafting materials carry over between characters. So you can go ahead and get your potion upgrades and things like that. Not that if anything hits you, you're going to survive, but at least you'll have a potion that you can use. And we pretty much just wait for Leon to get to the next Capstone dungeon. Now that one's a lot higher level, and that one actually does drop sacred pieces of equipment and things like that. The sacred gear does cap out at level 45 for like the minimum level that you can possibly find them at, and then that's going to be like your meat and potatoes right there. You're probably going to want to pick up every sacred item that falls, because as soon as you hit level 45, you're going to be able to put all that equipment on, and it's going to be very useful to you, because the sacred gear is way better than the regular gear.
Yeah.
Also in this dungeon, be aware that you can also find unique items. So you will potentially maybe find a unique item from some of the monsters that are being killed on the way. And most of the time it'll appear here. So like if you didn't see it or you didn't follow behind close enough or whatever, the unique items will definitely fall on the ground for you. Alright, so we are ready to go. Now, if you are trying to do this Capstone dungeon legitimately, my suggestion to you guys would be levels. That's the most important thing I can tell you. It's not a particularly hard dungeon, but if you try to do it really far below the level 70 requirement, you're going to have a really hard time. The boss at the end will like one-shot you pretty much all the time. It's actually really nasty. And there's really not much you could do about it. It's not because you're not tanky enough. As we discovered, level difference is like everything with this particular game. So you really have to be close to the level so that he's not one-shotting you all the time. I mean, you can do it even if he is one-shotting you. You just have to play perfectly, like Dark Souls style, which I was unable to do because some of his mechanics are just jankety. But once you're about level 70 and you're actually on level for this content, it's like super easy. But see, one of the main reasons why you would want to get past this as quickly as possible is the ancestral equipment. So the ancestral equipment that you can get from Tier 4 is so much better than the sacred equipment that you get from Tier 3 that it just feels like a waste of time to basically just sit there and utilize or farm and try and get like the best sacred equipment that you can, when you know that literally right around the corner is some equipment that's like 10 times, 30 times better than what you've got. Like if you could just get up one more world tier to Tier 4, which definitely helps out a ton. As you can see, we've already gotten like 2 or 3 levels already. It's really not even that big of a deal. Oh, random monster shooting at us. No! Evade, evade, evade. If literally even one of those little things touches you, you're dead, by the way. She will one-shot you. I'm hiding behind this thing and you can't touch me, ma'am. You probably got crabs. No. 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 We're just hiding behind the pillar over here from one succubus. She can't hit us because we just keep moving on the other side of the pillar. That's right. That's right. You pissed off our grandpa.
I must wait. 'Tis. 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 '
Oh God! Oh God! He's coming for you! Don't let him touch you. Don't let him get you. Don't let him get you. I can't help you. I can't help you, sir.
What's going on, man?
He's getting chased by one little evil demon little critter.
Well, now there's an oppressor coming, so we're good.
Oh my God! I was getting power leveled the other day, and there was literally like one fly. You know, like the flies that chase you around that always get one shot and are super annoying, but like you can just kill them like literally with the wave of your hand. The fly was chasing me around and was trying to kill me, and he totally would have got me too. I was like, oh God, there's a fly! No! Don't let him take me alive!
Yeah, he got me. I got stuck on a corner.
You can just retreat. It's not a big deal. It's not like we really lose anything. Being alive is actually better than anything else, because if you're alive, you're getting EXP. There's a stone carving on the ground right here. Look at that. That's beautiful.
I'm not ready yet.
With it, I will gain insane levels of strength. I'll put it on the doojank here. Oh, that's an extra stone carving? What? Why are there 2 stone carvings? Now I just got a rock on my back. This thing looks heavy too. Like it doesn't look light at all. Look at it. It's like thicker than a man's head, and it's like the size of a Skyrim cheese wheel. Like it doesn't look light at all.
Oh man.
Welcome to the Skyrim cheese wheel.
Who can survive?
Oh wow, that's a really nice perk. Martial Vigor. Just 9% extra damage reduction versus elites. That's amazing. You probably have that, don't you, Leon?
Yep.
That thing seems insane. Like, just a free 9% damage reduction versus all the monsters that are actually hard. Oh wow. We straight up got like a PvP passive here. Swiftness increases your movement speed, and quick impulses reduces the duration of control and parrying effects. Like a PvP barb would definitely take both of those. Damage reduction while berserking. While berserking, fury generation is increased. When a brawling skill damages at least one enemy, gain berserking for 1 second. That seems kind of nice.
Hey GG, you might want to come in here and look. I just found 2 legendaries.
Not ready yet.
Nice.
Yeah. So this one-
They go to your stash, as he said, if you miss them.
Yeah, if you miss them, they go to your stash, so it's not too big of a deal. Though you won't get the rares, but you will get the legendaries and the uniques. Those will go to your stash. It's all very interesting. Like they kind of don't want you to miss out on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I was curious about that because I noticed there was no like mailbox.
It's kind of like a mailbox. Like you'll see like an exclamation point when you go to town on the stash, and it basically just says, you know, like you missed something, and then you go take a look, and like all the things that you missed will be in there. So it's kind of cool. I don't know if it ever misses anything. I don't think it does, but
Yeah, no, it's not bad. I like that. I have 0 complaints. Well, no, sorry, 2. The zoom makes me kind of a little anxious.
oh my god, one time we were fighting a Shava, okay? And you know how it zooms out for a Shava, like really far?
Mm-hmm.
There was some sort of problem with the phase, and it like went out of phase, and she like respawned, and then it zoomed back in because she respawned, and didn't zoom back out.
Oh, no.
And it was the most nerve-wracking, like horrible world boss fight I think I'd ever done. Because like the world boss, I think is like the clearest example of that the game needs the zoom further out, and the funny thing is that when that happened, it just exemplified just how ridiculous it was that the zoom wasn't actually far enough out, because now you're fighting the world boss at the normal zoom level, and it was just terrible. Like, it was absolutely terrible. Ooh, a sacred morning star. I like morning stars. And a sacred strider's crown. Anything that's sacred is going to be capped at 45. And those are actually pretty good for this, because you just basically grab onto every level 45 item you get. All the sacreds, and you just hold on to them. And then when you hit 45, you just slap on everything that you possibly can. It doesn't really take all that much effort. Take a look at them, see which ones are the best, of course, but like, really just having equipment is kind of more important than not having equipment.
Not ready yet.
I will survive. Man, you killed him so fast, his effect was still on the ground. Alright, so at this point, we leave dungeon again, and we go back to the world tier statue. We're going to switch to tier 4. And this is where the levels get really good. We'll get like 10, freaking like 15 levels in like just a couple of minutes. It's pretty crazy. So we got to head back to Kulvashad.
HellTide just started.
Ooh, HellTide. Spicy, but good. Spicy good. So if you get lucky and you can do HellTide, there's one problem with HellTide, and that's you gotta stay alive. So unlike in the dungeons, where you don't really have to stay alive, you can just kind of sit at the entrance, and if you die, you can just respawn. The HellTide, you kind of have to ride around on your horse, which you should have access to as a new character, by the way. And you're going to be able to get tons of EXP that way as well. So we're gonna follow Leon around in the HellTide and dodge meteors and try not to die, basically.
My allies must be here.
Yeah, I need who's missing from the two janks. We need everybody at the statue real quick so we can change the world tier. And you all have to talk to the world tier too, so the statue, so you can get your quest. And I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but when you change the world tier, the statue changes, and it looks really creepy. So world tier 3, you get all these little spider legs coming out from underneath the statue, which is bound to give anybody arachnophobia. And then when you change it to world tier 4, it actually goes to another
Like
cool graphic. Yeah, it's another cool graphic.
You look like a weird spidery thing.
Who are we missing? We're missing Mean.
Yes, I'm on my way.
Alright, so make sure you talk to the statue so you get your... It should tell you you're world tier 4 compliant.
No. Oh, there it is.
Mm-hmm. And then now we can switch to world tier 4. It does a little vote. So this is what it does in groups. You gotta vote to get to world tier 4. So now that we're in world tier 4, it's pretty much just do contents. Dungeons are kind of preferred because you do get it's easier. You don't have to like run around like a little chicken trying not to get his head chopped off, which I'm gonna be honest is kind of what happens. I'm not even gonna joke. Like we're gonna be screaming and running from like the silliest stuff, like literally flies. Like we're like, oh my god, there's a fly! Don't let it eat me! And it will totally eat you. It will. It will. Don't worry about it. It's a nom nom. Tasty. What can I do to make myself a little bit tankier? I guess I could grab the movement speed. Yeah, I could grab rallying cry for the moment, just so I get my so I can run walk faster.
TP on me when ready.
All right.
I must wait.
Leon will keep us alive.
Just stay on your mounts.
So another good tip for this, if you're trying to power level your characters, is that being on your mount for some reason, although it doesn't completely make you immune to all forms of damage, For some reason or another, the minions tend to kind of ignore you when you're on your mount. A little bit more so than normal, but they will still attack you. So if you're an idiot and you run directly into the center of a group of monsters, they will beat you up. But it does seem as though the monsters will almost go out of their way to ignore your existence if you're on your mount and you're not, like, directly in their face. Unlike that guy who came over here and punked me in the eyeball. But for the most part, being on your mount is safer than walking, is basically what I'm getting at. So if you hop on your mount, you can usually stay a little bit safer being on your mount than otherwise. And obviously, you know, you can outrun most things on your mount as well, which is certainly not bad. Now, if you can manage to stay alive, you can collect cinders, and this is actually really good because the cinders will, of course, make it so that you can get some chests, but you don't necessarily need to collect the cinders. All you really need to do is just stay alive, which we're failing horribly at. One of the monsters just keeps coming over and just like punking all three of us. He's like, easy kills, PvP zone. Another good tip is that when you resurrect like this, so as long as you don't move, you're actually invincible. Notice how my character has kind of like a ghostly sheen to them. So while you're in this state, you actually still get EXP. You notice my EXP bar is still going up, but I'm no longer, you can't do anything to me. Like, they literally can't touch me as I am right now. So if you get rezzed, one thing you can do, and, you know, especially if you're in, like, an event like this, is you can basically just stand there while he's doing the event and not move, which basically makes you invincible for that time period. But do keep in mind that if you do anything, if you move, if you use an ability, if you do anything at all, you will no longer be invincible. It's just like the first thing you do will remove the invincibility. We got Igragax, the fart face over here.
It's a fart face?
Yeah, Igragax, and now we got Xena the Warrior Succubus. Xena the Warrior Succubus. Everything dead? Everything's dead. Okay. Picking up my doojanks, all of my doojanks, everything for me.
There's the next event over here.
I got some murmuring obols. Am I full on murmuring? I'm full on murmuring obols.
I don't even think you have to be in the event circle to get XP. So this next event, see if there's a safe spot outside the circle.
Why is the rogue so powerful? What the hell?
Forgot to get back on my mount. Dang, you're so fast, Leon.
I'm just using the mount speed. Carrot.
Obviously, hardcover is your friend with this kind of stuff. You know, like, you don't need to be in line of sight of all this stuff. Just close nearby. Like, just you know, you can use rocks and various types of ground cover to protect yourself. Like, right now, I don't need to be in the event circle with him to get EXP. I'm still getting EXP just over here. So it's not even really that big of a deal. As you can see, I'm already level 21, and we are leveling up really freaking fast. And when he finishes the event, we get to go over there and pick up some legendaries and some cinders. And if we get enough cinders, we can open up a chest and maybe get a unique item or something from it. Now, some of the unique items are actually pretty good no matter what level you find them at, and some of them are not so great. Like, the weapons scale really well with item power, so if you find one that's a really low item power, it tends not to be very good. Things like razor plate, specifically, like items that have flat values tend to be really bad at lower levels. But, like, if you find, like, you know, amulets, rings, helmets, things like that, those tend to be not as big of a deal as far as scaling is concerned, and having the unique item is often more important than not having the unique item. Yay, look at that. We completed an I mean Leon completed an event.
Grab your cinders, grab your
We were here
chest.
for moral support.
Hey, I supported him with Doojanks. Let's see. Does everybody have enough cinders to open up a chest now? I got about 100 some odd. 108.
We can go back
God.
to the other event if you live, I know exactly where a chest is spawned for mysteries, and you get about 5 legendaries.
Yeah, we just need to stay alive.
But you did that event was perfect. Staying out of range seemed to work well.
Oh yeah, we still got lots of EXP, and we didn't. I think honestly, one of those monsters just had it in for us earlier. Like it wasn't really our fault. I'm blaming the monster. He saw us as easy kills, and he was like, "Boy, you look pretty good in them jeans." It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Honestly, this feels exactly like running around behind somebody in chaos runs on a little low-level character getting G-rushed.
Indeed.
Yeah, has very similar vibes.
Yeah, 100%.
Speaking of G-rush, I never really did know why the hell did they call it G-rush specifically. What is the
God
G?
Rush.
God rush?
The G Rush originated from when you could actually get experience from Uber Tristram.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Level 1 into Uber Tristram and basically get to 70 in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's because the monsters that were in Uber Tristram gave EXP. The ones that were infinite spawns, so you could just get...
It was called a glitch rush.
Yeah, you could get Mephisto stuck in the house. Oh, glitch, that's what it stands for. Glitch rush. Yes, glitch rush. That makes sense.
How many cinders does everyone have?
I got 133.
Okay, so we need more.
127-ish.
Be careful. Don't die there. We'll get more
I
cinders.
accidentally got off my horse like an idiot. Ah. Protection shrine.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
I'll be immortal for a little bit. Most of the time you end up dying to the most random thing. Like one monster shoots a fireball and it's just traveling off the screen and you're not paying attention. The frickin' fall, it's like, I gotta kill!
Or it's like an AoE blast of some sort.
Oh, watch out, meteors.
Fires.
This is dodge time.
Dodge, dodge, dodge.
Dodge, duck, dodge, dive, dodge, duck. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a meteor. Come on now.
I couldn't even dodge catnip.
If you
Check
can,
to see if this event's up.
if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a meteor.
There's an elite by you? I'm
Yes, there is an elite over here. Oh god, he's spicy.
Said.
He's spicy. I got 155. Is that enough to open it? Or is it
175?
It's 175, that's right.
I'm at 153. Oh. Let's not go that way.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's not up. Coming back to you. See any monsters over there?
Yeah, there's some up the hill. You just walked right by him.
See a couple more packs. Some souls here.
Go. The Temple of Rot.
Oh, Fiend Rose. Come. Some cinders from the road.
I like Fiend Roses.
I'm gonna go check the other event.
Now,
This event's up.
I don't necessarily think that the Helltides are the best way to level up, but they are the best way to get yourself a little bit of gear for when you level up. Because you can open up one of the chests of mysteries and you can get some legendaries or maybe a unique out of it, which is really nice. And you get some Murmuring Obols too, so you can gamble yourself some equipment, which isn't bad either.
And if you really want to be safe, once you have 175, you can TP to town and let the carry go to the chest.
Yep. Call me down when we're ready. I like to use hard cover. I don't even rely on just being far enough away. I'll stand behind whatever hard cover is nearby. Uh-oh, somebody's dragging a bunch of monsters over here.
Try flurry. That looks fun.
What's up,
one uses
Moon Clan
twisting
Baller
blades, but-
champion?
Oh,
I think
okay.
everybody uses twisting blades. Like even after they nerfed it 2 times, I
Go
think
try flurry.
I think
just to see how that feels.
everybody is still using the damn thing. I didn't use it on mine, but I mean,
Flurry, it just looks so cool. I always want to try some of the bow skills while I'm running about.
So, GGN, what build are you going for on your barb?
who me?
Yeah.
Basic barb. That's the
Are you
name.
doing sort of like me? Basic skills with thorns.
No, not. I wasn't really thinking about thorns so much. I don't know. I'm thinking about like just beefing up my basic skills as much as I possibly can.
I'm doing a Thorns Bleed build.
I'm very interested in like potentially a basic build character. Hold on, grabbing these legendaries that are on the ground. All right, I got
Have enough
I got
supers?
192. It should be plenty.
All right, I'm gonna go to the chest if you want to TP to town and then TP back to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go TP to town and then I'll come to you when we're ready. Let me know when it's clear.
Okay, chest is still here. That's good news. You can TP now.
TP.
I'm surprised people don't use flurry. This skill feels insane.
All right, mysteries. Come on, unique item. I need my amulet. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A whole bunch of ancestral and sacred items. I'll take that.
Make sure you're using elixirs if you haven't already.
There should be some elixirs on the ground from this, so
Yep.
we can utilize these. Ah! Don't come over here. You froze him right in our face. That was amazing. He come over here and tried to punch me in the eye, and he was like, "No, sir. You shall not punch my..." Oh! Ow. Oh, dang it. I was trying to pick up that thing, and all of a sudden the meteor started raining down from the sky.
Yeah, see, kids, don't be like mean and lose all your cinders, because I had enough to get 2 of these. I wanted to. I can't now.
2 of what?
Don't be like me.
Hey, it's not our fault the meteor started raining down from the sky while we were checking our loot, okay?
No, that demon, he was like, oh, this guy, he's having fun. Not today.
Hey, we got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, no. Uh-oh. Yeah. See,
Now
I
we
got
just
so
need
much-
to... Now we just need to stay alive.
Come to the vent.
Picking up all the doojanks. Oh, there's a statue of Lilith right here. Give me some EXP. And people were joking when we were doing the power level before. They're like, you're already higher level than my main. Like, yes, correct.
All right, we're in the event. Oh, it just ended, but we got the chest.
I got the EXP from it too.
Oh, I get how twisting blades works. Okay. That's different.
I mean, mainly for twisting blades, the entire thing is literally just
Probably
spamming it to get your cooldown reduction. That's what most people were using it for.
Yeah.
I mean, it just has a cooldown reduction, which allows you to spam your other abilities. Like, it's not a terrible option. Problem is though, is they nerfed the cooldown reduction like 3 separate times, and also
Understandable.
also they turned it off for a while too, and then turned it back on. They were like, yeah, you guys get nothing. That's got to be the most hilarious thing. Like, instead of actually like patching something out because they don't have the time, they're like, yeah, we know it's broken. We just turned it off. But, like, did you tell anybody that you turned it off? Like, nah. We just turned it off. There's a succubus over there. Careful. I don't know what she's doing, but she's just standing there, weirdly.
So what is this?
Actually, I'm not even sure she's actually alive. Is that just a bugged monster? I think it's just bugged.
I do want to try the ranged rogue at some point, though, as I always loved bow Amazons.
Oh, you can definitely do a Rogazon. Super crystal clear. Like it's literally a Rogazon. The only thing you don't get is your Valkyrie, I guess.
Yeah. I just always loved Bozon, so I've got to give it a try at some point.
I was actually trying to think about how I could do a freezing arrows on. I thought it would be interesting.
Yeah.
It would involve using the the frost burns, like with the lucky hit chance, and then using like probably like the powerful shot or whatever that pierces through multiple monsters, and then setting it up so that I get like a whole bunch of piercing damage, you know, and freezing effects going on at the same time. Probably pair that up with the cold imbuement, obviously, to get even more freezing effects or cold and chilling effects. And then not really sure how else I could like stack it, but I'm assuming there's got to be like some ways I could make it even better.
I just think Bozons were always so much fun.
And then stack on like freezing damage and things like that. You know, like damage bonuses for monsters that are chilled, damage bonuses for monsters that are frozen. I could even go with the Caltrops trap. So there's a Caltrops trap that has like it chills the enemies like by a certain, I think it's like, I can't remember, it's like 20 or 30% or something, like a chill.
I do like the look of traps as well. I want to try them. There's so many things to try, and it's like, oh,
But
I can't get my head around it.
but if I like, I've already got it kind of working around in my head, rattling around in there, and I think it'll probably work out pretty well. Just stacking as many freezing and chilling effects as I possibly can.
Yeah.
And then, of course, building crowd control damage, chill damage, freezing damage, along with distant damage, of course, because you're a ranged character.
There's a lot of things to try. A hell of a lot.
Uh-oh, meteors. They got me.
An elite spawned right because of the meteors.
Yeah, Vyros Gravemaker. I'm pretty sure I dodged the meteor, but Vyros had some sort of AoE attack when he landed. He got all three of us. That's okay. Once you res us, we can just stand there, and then we don't have to worry about dying. We just don't move, and we'll be fine. Then you don't have to worry about babysitting us. Babysitting! You know, most games just give you like a temporary immunity when you resurrect, you know, like 3 seconds or something, or not even, like some games will just give you like a half a second. This game's like, nah, as long as you don't move. As long as you don't move, you're fine. Just stand there, just look cute. Get the little puppy dog eyes.
Event's over.
Game.
I must wait.
Gotta go pick up my forgotten souls and all of my tanks. Look at all these things. Even with that death, I'm still at 120 cinders, 125 cinders. Is there a Is there like 125 chest around here somewhere?
Is, or I can get you another mystery chest once you have 175. Up to you.
I might get killed by flies. Legit. They're gonna murder me. I can't remember where it came from, but one time we were fighting stuff and there was no monsters nearby, and a fly like came out of a rock and just started chasing me around. Leon was there earlier when I accidentally one-shot somebody who was trying to bully us on PvP. It was the funniest thing freaking I think I've ever seen in a video game. This guy was his name was Chotes, and he kept running in and trying to like murder all of us because he had like, you know, if his cooldowns were up, he was pretty OP. But he rode in on his horse and he dismounted right in the middle of the area because he was, you know, coming in hot like a freaking like an airplane, right, or a rocket. And I was just killing random monsters. Like that's all I was doing, was just killing random monsters. Fired a bone spear in that just happened to be in the direction that he rode in on, and the bone spear just one-shot him. Because of course, without his cooldowns, he's worthless. Like that, and that's the case for a lot of characters in this game. Is that without your cooldowns, you just don't have the damage mitigation to absorb a hit. And so he just rode right into my bone spear and just immediately died. And I lost it. I was freaking cracking up.
I still think the best thing was when you were fighting normal monsters and you fired a bone spear and suddenly like 2 normal players died. And we're just like, wait, where were they?
They were in there. They were in there somewhere in the pack.
And yeah, it was brilliant watching it. We had a lot of fun.
Well, the bone spear just has such nice AoE potential that like half the time you don't even know you're hitting things. They're just dying.
That way.
How many cinders is everyone at?
I'm at 174.
I'm at
Oh.
147.
Some cinders over here.
7.
I can ride to another mystery chest. Be careful.
I'm trying to be as careful as possible. Watch out for the bees. The bees are shooting little things all over the place. If one of those green bees touch you, you're dead. My whole 600 life. The bees! Oh god, the bees!
Careful, lots of damage here.
I see. There's like effects spawning all over the ground. The bees!
It gave me a load of waypoints randomly on my tune. So confused.
What do you get a bunch of waypoints on your character no matter what.
No,
Like all the major towns are usually explored, pre-explored, and then the what is it? The like they give you basically the Tree of Whispers. Like there's a couple things that they give you like when you start a new character and you skip the campaign. You don't get everything, that's for sure.
My Bob didn't get any of them.
You don't get anything, but you do get some basic stuff.
When I started with the Bob, you didn't get any of that.
I mean, I can open my map right now, and I have like the majority of the map covered. Let me not open my map though, because the game does tend to want to kill you when you open the map.
That is very true.
I'm at 178 now.
200 at the moment.
What was the other one? Last person?
183 now.
Alright, why'd you dodge? Please, run away. Just run away.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to town and wait for you to get to the chest.
Yep, all of you should go.
Yeah,
I'll get you.
let's just port back to town. He'll let us know when he's at the mystery chest, and that way we can get the loot.
I need all the loot.
This is power level loot edition. Thank you.
Yes.
Get that one.
Speaking of loot, since we're going to 45, you can pretty much just sell anything that's not like a sacred item. So anything that's like a basic item, you don't really have to hang on to. All the sacred items are base level 45 for us right now. So as soon as you turn 45, you're going to have access to all of the level 45 sacred stuff that we've been picking up. Anything that's not sacred or like you can honestly the ancestral stuff you can probably sell too because it's level 60, and you're not going to be able to use that till much later anyway. By then you'll probably find something better. By the time you hit 60, you'll probably have found something better anyway.
Wonder if you could make literally a puncher build with the rogue. Like these little throwing daggers are so fun.
There is kind of like a semi like ranged sort of like I don't really know how to put it. It's not quite ranged and it's not quite melee. It's like an in between melee range build. It's kind of an interesting concept. You kind of like toss daggers, but they don't really have the same range as like the ranged attacks. And
yeah, that's true.
I mean, it kind of works out okay. A double swing twice with 2 seconds creates a dust devil.
So I've got that ult. Let's go do this part.
Oh, that's interesting. Direct damage against bleeding enemies has up to a 20% chance to stun for 2 seconds. That's kind of nice.
I have to stare at all the bow builds as well, like all the bow skills, and see what looks funky, and all the traps, because they just look interesting. Is my lighter broken? No!
Okay, I see the chest. Be careful, don't TP yet.
Hey, I got the loop of Echoing Fury. I don't know if I'm going to use... I don't think I'm going to use that on this build.
Okay, TP on me.
Alright, on my way.
Do it fast enough there'll be no respawns. Get your chests before the respawns. Then we can do an event.
Yeah, after you pop the chest, you can die all you want. Pop, 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 pop. Nice. This freaking mysteries chest is the best one in my opinion. It really is. It really is.
2 to 5 legendaries on a brand new boosted character. Every chest that we can get you.
And pretty much, yeah. Like, and it so that way when you hit level 45, which is kind of like where the EXP kind of falls off. I mean, you can go a little bit further than that, but it takes a lot longer to go from like 45 to 55 than it does to go from like 1 to 45. But at least you can get your character decked out, you know, with some sacred gear. Legendary affixes, which you can, of course, reapply to other items if you need to, so you can pull those off and throw them on something else.
It's not on your mount.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mounty. Just gonna hide over here. Uh-oh, Bomb Diggity was slain by... His name was Bomb Diggity.
Poison trap. Try these out.
Now, over the course of an hour-long Helltide, you can actually get up to 4 mystery chests, which is going to get you, like, anywhere between 2 to 5 legendaries, like, per chest. So, anywhere from 4 to 15 freaking legendary items for your new character, which is amazing.
I got 5 out of that last chest. Or 4.
Don't forget all the opals you get for gambling.
I know. I need to...
Ancestral.
I need to spend mine.
I need to start doing Helltides just so that I can upgrade gear past point. Oh, someone already did this event. Hey.
Mr. BOSS over there.
Man, there is no way that happened.
I survived. I will survive.
I will survive.
Try not to get copyright striked. I will not get copyright strike. Skill is not yet ready. I got knocked off my horse and I didn't die. I feel accomplished.
There's another event above us. I'll go check to see if it's there.
Oh wow, the cinders appear on the map now. I didn't know that was the case. Did they just recently add that? Because I don't remember that being that way before. They're like little blue dots now on the map.
I know that when you're doing an event, like the little baubles you gotta pick up, they glow on the map. Maybe they just.
Oh, there's a goblin. There's a goblin over here.
Coming.
He's right there. Oh, dang it. I didn't mean to... Why did it dismount me when I clicked on the map? What the hell?
He's dead.
I right-clicked on the mini-map, and it dismounted me from my horse. A little strange.
Well, lethal shrine, yes please.
Viper was slain by a horror.
Let's go up. Event.
Now, one of the things that you might be asking is, why the hell do you want to rush up your characters anyway? Well, the cool thing is that honestly, the game is a lot more fun at the higher world tiers, in my opinion. And I think in most people's opinions, it's just much more fun at the higher world tiers. So by doing this, number one, you get to skip to World Tier 3, at the very least, if not World Tier 4, depending on how far you take this. And, what the hell is that? Step Fetish Mask. What the hell is a Fetish Mask? I'm gonna get this before the monsters respawn. Cosmetic Trophy. It's a stable item.
It's probably a trophy for your mount.
Nice.
Yeah, you can only use one at a time though, sadly.
But basically, you get you get the ability to go to World Tier 3, World Tier 4, and have some fun, and do all the quests and everything that you would normally do on World Tier 1 and 2, but instead now you're doing them at a higher tier, which is fun. It's actually a lot more fun to go through the game on the higher tiers than it is the lower tiers. So it's not like we're skipping the entire game. Like, I think that's the important thing to take away here. Because the entire map and all of the quests and everything are still going to be available to us. We can still go do the strongholds. We can still go get all of the, like the little statues of Lilith and all of that stuff. You can still go get those for renown and whatnot if you want to. You can still go do all the little quests and the dungeons and everything. Nothing is taken away. You can still go complete everything. You're just... Now you're level 45, and you're in World Tier 3, and you can have some fun running around fighting monsters that are a hell of a lot more difficult.
Weapon chest.
It really just saves you a lot of time trying to grind out to World Tier 3. And, you know what? I actually think I might grab this one. I got 125 cinders.
I don't have enough yet. I'm at 107.
Oh, a sacred mace. Don't mind if I do. It's a one-hander. Ah, I gotta get out of here. They all respawned. Run!
They respawn up top.
Oh yeah, I got it though. I got my item and ran.
Kill them again.
Whoa, whoa, ah! Boom, boom, boom. Bing, 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 bing.
Be careful, they're rezzing.
I can hear them over there with their rattlesnake staves.
Okay, that was 125. Let me get this chest.
Oh, careful, they might be respawning soon.
Ancestral mace, okay.
Grab it, put it in the bank. Ancestral mace in the bank. Ancestral mace in the tank. Doo doo doo.
Not
Yeah,
that far
definitely.
off.
This rogue's quite fun so far.
Event. A mystery chest is back. I can open it again as well.
Nice.
Darn, should have saved those 125.
Nah, I don't care. It's not that big of a deal.
We got 20 minutes.
I'm
Still
lit-
can get you it.
My inventory is almost completely full with legendaries at this point.
Yeah, I had to go stash them in the stash tab and then come back.
I'm gonna climb up to the chest.
I hide. I hide because I'm scared.
How many opals do you all have, out of curiosity?
I'm at 1,000. I'm actually full.
Nice, see?
582.
Got
That is-
111.
Boom.
Of the gambling currency? not cinders.
Yeah, you can save up to quite a lot once you've finished all your
Uh-oh, boss
area
spawning.
stuff. And that.
Oh, meteors!
So watch out.
1,000.
Duck, dodge, dive, bob, weave. Don't let them touch you with that fire, cause it burns so hot. Why is the fire also partially poison damage? Did you notice? Like, when it hits you, it's also poison damage on top of fire damage. It's spicy fire. That was a Fiend Rose there. Nice. That's another good thing about doing the Helltides is you get lots of crafting materials. Helltide gives you
That's what I like to do.
Forgotten Souls, Fiend Roses, Baleful Fragments, Abstruse Sigils. What is it? What's the other one? Coiling Wards, which is the armor one. You tend to get a lot of good crafting materials while you're doing these.
Yeah, that's why I need to do Helltide so I can start saving up that crafting stuff.
Ah, little tiny lightning balls all over the place. Fiend Rose over here, Leon.
Nice. If anyone gets near 175 cinders, let me know. I'll take you back to that chest.
I'm at 77 so far.
134 now.
I gotta go customize my horse. I can't be looking like a hobo barbarian. I gotta look like a professional barbarian.
We are a couple kills away from 100.
But you said you're running a basic bard build, so you gotta rock the basic horse build.
And the basic rags build.
Hey. My basic barb is gonna be as basic as he can be, but he's gonna have a fancy horse, alright? Because a horse is a horse. A horse, of course. It's funny, we're at 1 hour and 7 minutes into this rush. Actually, technically a little bit less than that because I did the intro. But we're already level 38, which is pretty darn close to 45. And this isn't even the most efficient way of getting EXP. Helltides is nice, but it's not as efficient as like some of the other zones that you can go to.
Event started. Be careful.
I think
Oh, 100.
I think PvP might actually even be... Oh, for congrats, Leon. I think PvP might actually be the best area because it has the most ridiculous density. Might be a little bit difficult to stay alive over there, though, with how fast the monsters respawn.
What about Nightmare Dungeons? So they just take like a tier 1.
Oh, there, it's decent.
So,
yeah, it's definitely one of the interesting ways. You can't get any of the benefits though, so like you don't get the glyph levels up until you're level 50, so you don't get to have any of that benefit. But you do get the 2 drops at the end of the dungeon though, so there's a good chance you can end up with like a nice legendary or a unique item. And that's really the benefit. One of the biggest benefits is that we're level, we're in World Tier 4, so we actually can get ancestral and sacred uniques here. I'm watching dutifully from the cliffside. Look at the level 100 Leon go.
That's over.
I'm gonna have to power level 1 of Leon's characters.
Yeah, I need an ult.
How many? What's your next build gonna be? I know you told me you were saving on to like 1 million items.
Oh, on this character, I might do Death Blow next. I have an interest in Death Blow.
Are you gonna do another barbarian?
No, for my next character, it's probably going to be the Storm Druid.
Ah. It seems like an interesting build. I was looking at like a lot of the passives that you can get where it just like randomly attacks targets around you, like that are immobilized, stunned, and various things like that. Where you can basically just kind of have like free lightning just constantly raining down on everything nearby. It seems like a very interesting build.
soon as I find that staff that makes claw a storm skill as well and cast storm strike,
Yeah.
I'm doing a storm wolf build.
Hmm.
Do you want to have 175 cinders yet?
I got 123.
Okay.
And 91.
Check this event over here. Helltides are not the fastest, but you get an inventory full of legendaries. You get almost full gambling currency,
Mm-hmm.
and your character is ready to be played.
Yeah, you're
You're not
ready.
making me jealous.
You're ready to go. You already leveled up 2 characters, meow.
I know.
This is only my 2nd power level character.
What you making? Good.
This is my basic barb.
This is my.
Oh
first.
yeah, the basic one. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna be doing a trap sin. I know it's not an assassin. I don't care. It's still a trap sin. I'm gonna do a trap sin. And then I was thinking of I don't know. I don't know what I want to do for my sorceress yet. I was kind of interested in the lightning tree. I wanted to see if I could make like a really nice lightning build. I know they like nerf the.
Could be fun.
I know they like nerf the crap. Oh, there goes my cinders. I know they nerf the crap out of the lightning chain lightning, but there's some other interesting builds. Charge bolt seemed kind of interesting too. We'll see.
Yeah, especially if you can get that unique.
Well, the unstable currents thing is really nice. And I was thinking about doing an entire build basically around unstable currents. I thought that could be interesting. Basically just like optimizing the respawn timer on unstable currents, because it just basically spams all the lightning abilities. And then go with like something like charge bolts, so that every single time I fire charge bolts, I'm getting like massive hits of all of the unstable currents.
Oh, by the way, guys, remember the Twitch drops are on again.
A week 2 Twitch drops.
Yes. 76% into one of mine.
We all died, Leon. We're pathetic. We're pathetic, Leon.
I see everyone inside the circle, not outside the circle.
Well, some things spawned outside the circle, and we had to run. There was nothing. There was nothing we could do. There was nothing we could do.
I think he just wanted to kill you.
Look at that. Like, see, he just ran over just to bite you. You see that?
He knew I was rezzing.
He's rude. I swear the monsters in this game do in fact know. They know you're doing something. Like, he's doing something, get him, he's busy. And then they come chase you
Looking at his
down.
map. Kill him.
He's looking at his map. Punch him in the face.
Oh, every time you do it, it's like you check some of your new skills because you got a level and suddenly you're dead and you're like, oh.
Well, I think it's absolutely hilarious because
It's funny.
there's even the level 100 hardcore character died by checking his map.
Yeah, I watched that. Made me giggle as well.
This is the funny thing, like the absolute hilarious thing to me. You really think that a hardcore character that got to level 100, somebody who's careful enough to get to level 100, is like being irresponsible by checking his map at the wrong time? No. He knew what he was doing. He checked his map because it was
video.
No, he checked his map because it was clear. What I mean is that like the game is like out to get you.
Where the fuck did these spawns come from?
They spawned. They just spawned.
Yep, right on top of me.
Mm-hmm. The spawn rate here is really fast. You got to be careful. You can't even just just like moving around the map at any time is going to usually end up causing some issue.
Keep you on your toes.
It's good though.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when you can fend for
I'd rather
yourself.
I'd rather that than like you open your map and you can stand there for an hour. You know, I think it should be scary and you should have to look at what you're doing. I like that about this.
Event spawned.
Stand over here next to the cliffside. Nobody push me off. I always crack up at that D&D joke where it's like, there's an orc standing on the edge of a cliff. What do? I roll to push him off. You roll a 1. You gently caress the orc's back, and he feels he feels uncomfortable.
I think we all feel a bit uncomfortable. Start caressing orcs.
Well, in D&D, rolling a 1 is basically like a critical failure. It's not just that you failed, but you failed so horribly that like something else happens as a result. Like, basically, think about it like this. Like, if I swung a weapon at you and I failed, a failure might mean, you just missed the attack, right? But a critical failure could mean that you missed to such a ridiculous degree that literally you hit yourself in your own face. Like, and you take a little bit of damage for, like, hitting yourself.
He swung the sword and he missed you and it stabbed him in his toe.
Basically, like,
Yeah.
just like absolute failure. Aw, dang. I tried my best too. I was actually surviving a little bit there. I tried so hard. I got so far. But in the end, I'm just a ghost now.
Might actually be able to do this stronghold.
So much loot here I have to turn off.
I can't even pick everything up. I've basically just been like prioritizing the legendaries at this point.
Oh, I died. Okay, that was painful. Sure how I got my ass whooped that easily just then. Okay.
Get your butt kicked? Don't get your butt kicked. That's terrible.
They're level 25, and so though it said the stronghold's level 10. Okay, that's why.
Well, I noticed that a lot of places have minimum levels, as well as they also have, like, set levels. Like, there's some areas that are set levels, some areas are minimum levels, so they won't go below that, but they'll scale above it. Just recording again. Ran out of disk space. Had to do a part 2.
Vent right on top of a Lilith statue. Yeah.
This is a crazy amount of mobs.
We're back in the event. This event respawned like 4 or 5 times while we were doing this.
Yeah. Well, usually that's how you do a HellTide. You just ride back and forth between 2 events.
Yeah, it really does seem like you get the most benefit out of the Helltides by doing the events, getting the chests. Holy crap, you know how many legendaries I have so far?
It's
1,
insane.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I almost have a full inventory of legendaries at this point.
From being boosted.
From being boosted. And I don't even know, like, how many are sitting back in town that I might have missed out on. Not even to mention all of the abstruse sigils, baleful fragments, forgotten souls, fiend roses that we've been getting on the way here. The Helltide events are honestly the best way to get those.
I'm a big fan of HellTide. That I would wait to be boosted until there's a HellTide lineup.
I think once I hit like 15 or something, I'm just gonna run around the PvP area for fun.
Well, the PvP area we were thinking might actually be a good place too. EXP wise, definitely, but
It's
mid
just so
not
much
as
there.
good for crafting materials, I would think.
No.
I'm going to just sprint to spend my currency. I have 462 cinders.
All right.
Left.
All right,
We
I'll head
set up
back.
for a dungeon.
And we can finish up the last few levels.
Yeah,
We
can
can
you
do-
send a? Can you, if you see a mysteries one,
gals,
send a portal?
I don't know if
can
I wanna-
see it right now.
I don't know if I'm going to find a mysteries one. I'm just opening any chests I see at this point.
Or yeah, to the next one you find.
All right. I'm on rings right now, but I'm killing mobs. You can TP in about 5 seconds. Should be able to TP now. Can get a ring out of that.
TP to the ring. I don't even know what I'm doing with this character yet. I'm pretty sure increased maximum fury is going to be something that I want to do.
Yeah, but I did the same on mine. And I damage depending on your current amount and all that lot.
You can TP to the next one in a couple seconds. I'll tell you when. Got 1 minute. Okay, I'm on the next chest. You TP on me. Chest armor.
Okay.
Be careful.
Wonder if I have enough. Let's see.
There's two fingers.
Coming up. Oh.
No, I got 52. Because
There's
I died. Ooh, Fiend Rose.
Yep, there's another one over here, Ginger.
Fiend Roses. I got so many Doojanks. I need a Ramaladana Ladana Lee's Magnum Plus.
It's pretty popular. I've gotten plenty of them. The roll is the hardest part. I've only gotten 2 perfect 3 rolled.
What about the Frenzy necklace? How many of those have you picked up? The
One. I've gotten 1.
It's a little bit rarer. I'm building around that, so I definitely want to get my hands on that.
I haven't seen a single one.
I'm kind of torn between the like if I'm gonna do a basic build specifically, I'm kind of torn between the.
I like the bleed one.
Go back to town so I can look at my equipment. I'm torn between the damage reduction stacks, which I probably will need when I'm doing like higher tier content, and the really nice other buff on Frenzy, which is the while berserking, your other skills gain 5% increased attack speed for each stack of Frenzy you have. Because what I'm thinking is
speed on other ways.
Well, I'm thinking about like having like massive amounts of attack speed. So like, not only is Frenzy going to be giving me 60% attack speed, like on its own, like I'm also going to be getting like attack speed from basic skill, legendary of affix. I've got the duelist attack speed is increased by 9% while using one-handed weapons. Like I'm sure there's a cap somewhere, and I'm sure I'll find it eventually, whatever that is. But I'm gonna find it. Like I'm gonna see just how fast I can like whip them swords around. Be like, are you sure you're not a whirlwind barb? Because you seem to be whipping them swords around pretty damn fast. Looks like some sort of
enjoy Frenzy.
Like Japanese samurai, just like. I don't know. I don't know what the maximum attack speed is, but I guess we're gonna find out. I think on the skill panel, sometimes it tells you stuff like this. So if I go down and I look for attack speed bonus, it says bonus attack speed, you attack 9% faster than your base weapon speed. Combined with your weapon, your total attack speed is 1.20 attacks per second. So I guess I will be able to see, like actually see exactly how fast I'm going to be attacking with this build.
Well, that's good.
I mean, the general gist of it is to attack as much as I possibly can, as quickly as I possibly can, dishing out as much damage as I possibly can with whatever, like weapons I manage to get my hands on.
I enjoyed both. I enjoyed Frenzy and I enjoyed the bleed thing. The basic skill with bleed.
I'm actually kind of curious if I can go with like, I don't know, like one of these other ones, like to like even stack it up even higher. Like lunging strike seems interesting because I can get berserking from that. So critical strikes with lunging strike grant berserking, but I'm told that lunging strike is more of a movement ability and less of a. Like,
I used what's it called? The ground stomp, the one where you jump, leap, pretty much leap attack.
But I mean that doesn't exactly sound unappealing. Being able to spam lunging strike to travel in between groups.
True.
Like, how much of a movement ability is lunging strike? Like, is it?
Tried it.
Oh, I'm really kind of talking to Leon.
It for PvP, it's not that far.
Like, it doesn't really go that ridiculously far.
No.
I mean, is it still going to be worthwhile? Like, think about like me as a melee character just dishing out single target damage. Like, am I going to just be able to spam that to basically move in between like mob groups?
I mean, I would go with Charger Elite, to be honest, if you want something like a gap closer. But
Well,
Lunging Strike you could use.
Well, the only reason I'm considering the other basic skills is because I'm going to have so many things beefing up basic skills that I was thinking another basic skill might actually work out well in the build. And I just figured, I don't know which one, but I'm probably going to do at least one other basic skill with the build. Because I'm going to have the basic skill attack speed, I'm going to have the basic skill damage, I'll have the basic skill mitigation, like I'll have all that stuff stacked in there as much as I can. We shall see. Is the Helltide over? Helltide's over. No.
I ended at 12,143 life.
Nice.
Okay, let's try. I don't know which dungeon's the best for this, but let's try Blink Burrows as the spiders.
The spitters.
Yep.
Speedy spider spooters. Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
I was actually reading something earlier. I think they were talking about blind burrows being one of the best ones.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna go.
Yeah.
The spiders, when they blow up, they spawn a bunch of little spiders, and it just has a lot of density. It's just a really good dungeon for XP.
Well, we're almost level 45, so.
Let's see how much one run gets you here.
I'm already halfway to 42, so I really just got like 3.5 levels to go. And then I can put on all this amazing level 45 equipment that I've been sitting on. Oh, I got a couple pieces in here that are not level 45. Bunch of boots. I got so many boots. So many booties.
I'm inside.
All right, teleporting in.
Oh, I got a new back thing. Shop theme returning champion.
Now, with the dungeons, you don't even really have to follow. Like, the Helltides are different because EXP is kind of different depending on, like, where you're standing. But for some reason in the dungeons, this is something that I think they're actually going to patch out eventually. I mean, a lot of people in the kinship have kind of agreed it's stupid because most of the other games don't have this. But basically, it doesn't matter where you're standing in the dungeon, you still get EXP for everything that's killed. Which means that you can literally just take level 1 characters, pull them into a dungeon, and just have somebody run around murdering everything, and your EXP bar is still going to slowly rise.
It's the same with like any area. You can literally just have your teammates run around outside the town killing everything, and you can just stand on that edge of town.
Well, back in Diablo 2, they used to have this. So in Diablo 2, you used to be able to do that too. It didn't matter where you were, as long as you were in the zone,
The radius.
you would get EXP. And that was where Bloody Foothill runs came from. Those for those people who remember, you old fogies like myself, Bloody Foothills runs were the way that you leveled up.
I mean Frigid Highlands.
It was Bloody Foothills, the first one. Frigid Highlands is the second one.
I thought you said Bloodmore.
Yeah,
My bad.
Yeah. Bloody
I
Foot.
thought you said Bloodmore. I was like, huh?
So basically, the reason why Bloody Foothills was such good EXP back when there was no radius or limited radius on EXP generation was exactly the same reason this is good EXP. It's because you don't have to be near the people that are fighting. Everybody can spread out. Everybody can take their own packs of monsters and kill everything. So you can basically just like spread out real nice and wide. Everybody kills everything on the way up, and everybody gets EXP from everything that dies. So you can do that too in this game, and it's actually one of the better ways to level up. Is not power leveling, of course, but like if you were running this dungeon, oh, it has a unique over there. Leon could go one way, I could go the other way, somebody else could go north, and somebody else could go south, and you basically just clear the whole dungeon. Everybody takes a corner, and you clear the whole dungeon as fast as humanly possible. And I want to go see what that unique is. Time to go risk it to get the biscuit, boys.
It's gonna be your amulet.
I hope it's the amulet. I need that thing. Oh, spiders! Oh God, there's spiders! Run!
That's why we should all go to the PvP area, because while everyone else is killing, you can literally just
There's
sit
more
somewhere out
spiders.
the way and just keep leveling because of the spawn rate.
There's maggots and spiders. Oh God! Which way did you go, Leon?
I went up and around. You get to go everywhere I did go.
Spiders
Bring them to
everywhere.
me. Bring them to me.
They're trying to eat my face. They're doing a good job too. That poison's nasty.
Not ready yet.
Okay, this way. This is the correct way. I see the piles of loot. Okay, it's over here. It's down this way. The unique icon on the map is pretty cool. It's like a little freaking like star, like from the like oh, they're boots. I got 100,000 steps.
Okay.
I got penitent greaves. Meh. I already got like 3 pairs of those. Some of the uniques just seem extremely common, and some of them are just like ridiculously rare. Leon can tell you he's found like 78 trillion fields of crimson.
Yep. It's my most popular one. Couple hammers.
I've still barely found any uniques.
We have friends. They like to party.
Ow! Why'd you bring them to me?
It wasn't me.
Are you guys okay?
I mean, we're running. We're running for our lives.
See what you started going for that unique?
Hey. I had to see. I had to. It was important. We're high enough level now we're not just immediately dying. So, I mean, there's that.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a bow zone.
Oh, explodey doo-jack. Go away. Oh god, maggots everywhere.
Oh, the poison is so strong.
Wrath of the Berserker.
Trying to survive.
And the maggot got me.
Oh, see, that's what you get.
Not ready yet.
Don't have the skills like me. Don't you wish your barbarian had the skills like me, dodging wrenches and even a tree?
Why would you dodge a tree? Weirdo.
And in Dragon Ball Z, obviously,
Make
They-
the tree dodge you. You're
they
a barbarian.
throw trees. That's like
Yeah,
one of the most.
tree-
That's like one of the most famous things from Dragon Ball Z is that when frickin' he throws the tree and then jumps on top of the tree and just rides the tree. He literally cuts down a tree, picks it up, throws it into the air, jumps on the tree as it's flying through the air, and just basically like crosses his arms and just rides the tree.
Oh, that's one way to, you know.
It's one way to get around. Yeah. Oh, this is a cursed shrine. That jank is cursed. What's up, Mr. Spider? Ha ha ha, I did nothing to that, but he died anyway. Ow! You and your big mean axe attack.
For those watching, this is what not to do, by the way.
Hey. Look, now if you res us, we can just stand here and be invincible. So yeah. We can just stand here and be invincible. We don't have to move. See, look at our ghostly exteriors.
Invincible.
And ghostly exterior. Oh, there's a chest. Now, see, now I gotta go pick up stuff.
I was gonna say until piece of candy.
Piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh. Piece of candy. Ooh. Let me drop my. Let me get naked. Here we go. There we go. Feel the fury of the naked barbarian is.
That is a basic barbarian right there.
Look at my blue tattoo that every basic barbarian has. This is like the coming of age tattoo. I can't even use a weapon or my abilities without my weapons. I can't even use my shout. Why do I need a weapon in my hand to shout? That's not fair. It's when I use my shout, when I try to use rallying cry, it says that I need an equipped weapon. That is BS. They just don't like naked barbarians. That's what it is. They just don't like naked barbarians. They don't like us. It would be funny if like even like the little like random animals like the snake, Like, that's just running around the dungeon, like, bites us and we still die.
Oh, this poison's even hurting me here.
Poison's nasty in this game. It really is. I can't wait to try it out in PvP and see how nasty it is in PvP. Just, like, bite somebody with, like, rabies.
I finally found the top PvP area. I haven't run to the bottom one yet.
You see that spider? He had an evil glint in his eye. He was coming straight for me.
Did he kill you though?
I even had to do the thing from South Park. He's coming straight for us.
You were at 41.5 when we started this one?
Yeah, I'm already almost 5 levels up. I'm at 44.5 right now, so I've gained 4 solid levels.
I was at 38. And I'm at
From one dungeon, basically.
Nice.
And of course, you can continue to do this. Like, you can continue to mooch off of your friends, if your friends are kind enough, forever, basically. And you can just continue to level up. But the thing is that, like, at some point, you've got to, like, stabilize out your character and figure out what the hell you're doing with your life. And 45 is a nice level, because all of the sacred items that you've picked up so far will become equipable at 45. So you can just deck out your character with what equipment you've got and then do, you know, whatever. So at this point, we've got to go to another dungeon or do something else.
I just got to PvP place.
Why is one of us so far behind the others in levels? Mean, what have you been doing, Mean?
Oh, that's a good question. That brings up a question of, like, in the open world, how far the range is versus, like, dungeons as we know.
I mean, we think it's kind of the same as Diablo 2, like, where it seems to be about a couple screens away. Like, if you're too, they can be off the screen, which seems to be okay, but they can't be like that far off the screen. Oh, look, there's something at the chest that I missed. Look, see it's flashing. So this is what we were talking about earlier. So when you have something that dropped on the ground that you didn't pick up, the game will put it in your stash for you. So there was an unsealed oxen tribe cache, whatever the hell that is. Where'd that come from? Had some murmuring obols in it and some fur-lined pants. I can't put on the pants? What level pants are they? I can put on the pants. I can put on the mace. Give me the mace. There we go. Look at that. Can't use the obols, though.
I'm not ready yet.
New weapon.
Alright, what are we doing next? I need more levels.
PvP.
Let me ride on your shoulders, Leon. Yes. I look
Let's see
good.
if the dungeon resets.
I look kind of good with some pants and no shirt on.
Could you abandon mine works? Everyone like that?
Yeah, fine with me.
Like abandon mine work.
In a minute, I'll be able to come in there and smash stuff too.
Find out when the next Helltide is.
Wow, that's
Yep.
nice.
Get my druid going.
Skills using bludgeoning
Nice.
weapons have a 5% deal 5% increased damage if the enemy is stunned or vulnerable. That's kind of nice. Wallop. Is that why you're using maces? Because you get a 15% vulnerable damage buff?
Yep.
Like, that's freaking insane. You kidding me? Like, that's really nice. Yeah, I'll probably, well, I can't dual mace because I gotta use Ramala Ding Dongs, but I guess I'll figure it out as I go along. The other cool thing is that level 45, you're pretty close to your level 50. So you've got most of your skill points, and you can, like, build your character the way you might want to try to see how it works.
I'm inside.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Anyone want to help me do the Capstone dungeon?
Morning.
2.
Oh, you should have got on the train. You should have got on the train, meow.
I didn't want to because the others needed it because they've only had one character. So.
Which one are you leveling now? Your rogue?
Yeah. tier 2 dungeon.
I don't got any weapons to put on yet. I'll beat you guys up in a minute. You guys wait. I'm almost level 45. Almost got some doojanks to put on. It's so terrible though. You put on your equipment like just the random stuff that you've been picking up the entire time, so you have like no clue what the hell's even going on. It's all mismatched. Like none of the legendary affixes are what you're actually looking for. But you have gear, and that's what's important.
Butcher.
Butcher's here. Raw. Butcher. He's gonna come chase me eventually. You watch. I can help by doing nothing. I'll beat you in the face, Butcher.
With a stick.
Oh, I'll hit him.
Tree.
Oh, I'll hit him. Ow. He hit so hard.
Fresh meat.
I'm just gonna stay a ghost for now.
It might be a good idea.
The butcher reminds me of the Hound in Game of Thrones where he wants the chickens.
I was just spamming some rallying cry for Leon. Not that he doesn't already have his own rallying cry. Just give him even more rallying cry.
Butcher's trophy cleaver.
I got a unique axe.
Nice.
Oh, you got the trophy thing for your horse.
Yeah, the butcher's horse mount thing.
Yeah,
Check
I
that
got
out.
that one. It's pretty cool.
That would be nice.
It's a shame you can't add more to your mount though. I'd like to add 2 or 3 of them. It only lets you add the one. Really disappointed with that.
That'll be in the next shop update. Coming your
Maybe,
way.
yeah. 'Cause I don't like that you can only have like. I'd like to have like multiples. I get if it's a massive thing, then yeah, just have 1 or 2. But if it's small like that butcher's cleaver, I think you should be allowed more of them.
Also, can we have stash tabs in the shop while we're at it?
I'll take some stash tabs, please.
God, yes.
Like you can easily fill up all 4 stash tabs with 1 character.
I've already done it.
Like just 1 character, just gear for that 1 character, legendary affixes for that 1 character, like gems. And then, like, going to your second character, you start collecting more legendary affixes, and you're like, okay, well, like this, I don't have enough room for all this. Yes, I can put on doojanks now. I don't even know what I'm gonna put on. I'm just gonna put on everything. Rings and amulets and doojanks and fill up all the slots. I need a helmet. Where's my helmets?
My mount looks weird.
I need to grow in power.
I don't even know what I have on. It's just like strapped a whole bunch of weapons to my back.
Mine. I'll link the armor of mine. It's weird. It makes him look like a goat.
I need another one-handed sword. Oh, that's a sword. There you go. When critical strike chance, barbarian. I'm gonna have to actually go through all my doojanks and get this guy outfitted with some actual equipment here. Oh god, why are you level?
Screenshot in the kinship chat. Looks weird.
Okay, me versus one little baby spider. Who will win? Me versus one little baby spider. Me versus one little baby spider. Me. Aha! I was able to kill one level 73 baby spider. Yes, I am Fury. I am Frenzy. That's right. Be afeared. Be very afeared. Oh god, bigger spiders! No! They're bigger! They got friends! The little baby contacted his parents. Don't do it! Why? Why did you do it, Corn? They're so spicy!
Well, I mean, you brought them right to me.
I didn't. Those were already there. I didn't bring them nowhere.
I think this needs to be handled in the PvP zone afterwards.
They're gonna murder me.
All right, come to me.
I'm running. I'm running away.
Me around in the circle.
I'm running away. I will live. Look at my fancy axe, though. Look at my axes. I can kill one of the baby spiderlings. Die, little spiderling.
Okay.
I might not be useful, but I look cool. Okay, look at my amazing character now. Shiny with all legendaries that I didn't earn myself. I didn't earn these. Not a single one. Oh, so many spiders. I mean, in my defense, they are level 45. I mean, 73, and I'm only level 45. But hey, I could kill one little baby spider, though. I feel like that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, you do kind of feel accomplished.
That's like one level 73 baby spider, yeah. Like, you do realize the baby spiders are the weakest spiders. They'll be like, shut up. And you do realize that they have, like, the lowest HP out of all the spiders. So just shut up, okay? Shut up. Don't ruin it.
73 and you're still 45.
Okay, he was a level 73 baby spider. Alright. Yeah, he was freshly hatched, okay. But his power level was over 9,000.
And he had a tree.
9,000. And he bit me.
I can't believe how good the rogue is so far.
Wrath of the Berserker. Look at me do no damage. It's amazing. Look at me do no freaking damage, but I'm not dying because I'm so amazing. Evil spiders. Oh god, he exploded. And a whole bunch of little baby spiders came out. Revenge of the baby spiders. Revenge. Revenge. The tether got you. Baby spiders. What the hell did I even put on? Like, I don't even know. I just got, like, a whole bunch of crazy weapons strapped all over me. Ooh, spicy.
What the hell is this spirit follows you thing from a shrine? What does it do? Does anyone know?
We're level 45, so we all have our equipment. So we're actually testing our characters out to see if we can actually kill anything. We're being stupid.
I thought dungeons were supposed to be better than HellTide.
Well, you know, if you start doing stupid stuff like us.
Do you know, Ginger? When you do the shrine and a spirit follows you, do you know what it does? Or
I think it's just a cool thing. You're talking about like the little dog that follows you around or whatever?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard of it a couple times. I think it's just kind of like a thing. You just get a little dog pet or something that follows you around. It's kind of cool.
I was trying to figure out what the hell it does. It was confusing.
I must wait.
Oh, there's tethers all over the place. Oh no, don't die. Oh. What are you guys fighting over here? One spider? One vengeful spirit? We got this. Let's go.
Yeah.
Pop all your cooldowns, all your cooldowns, all your cooldowns. Dive, dive, dive!
Morning jog there, and they decided they just want to pick a fight.
They do that. They actually do that. They're really rude.
Dude.
I've literally just been standing here before. Like, Leon will be fighting a group of monsters, and one of the monsters will just turn around and be like, you. And I'm like, why would I do? I didn't even touch you. Like, beeline straight for me.
They're just like, there's a ginger over there. Get him.
Get
I just had to fight a level 100 butcher.
Wow, that's spicy.
I whooped him. It was awesome.
Come on, guys, let's gang up on this one spider. We can do it. Come on. Come on, we can do it. Don't let him talk to us any kind of way. One level 73 big boy spider. We can get him. We can get him. Yeah, we didn't need your help, Leon. We didn't need your help for that one spider.
Being how far off?
Oh god, 3 of them. Oh god, there's a whole group of them just spawned on our heads. They're archers too. Oh, rude. That was like 6 or 7 monsters just spawned right on top of us. So that's one of the things you do have to watch out for in the dungeons, is that sometimes with some of the events, it seems to spawn like monsters specifically at players' locations. Even if you're at like the start of the dungeon, I've seen it a couple times. When we're not being bad boys and we're being good boys and we're actually, you know, staying at the beginning of the dungeon like we're supposed to, sometimes you'll have a monster, like a little group of monsters that'll just spawn directly on top of you, which is probably, you know, supposed to prevent people from getting power leveled like this, but...
Sweet, I just soloed a level 73 spirit.
Yeah, slay as many enemy waves as you can.
Oh, I made it to Menestad. They're scary.
Well, Bean's almost level 45 too. So we almost got everybody to 45, so you can start putting on all your do-janks. Oh, get your big old axe out my face, Mr. Skeleton Corpse Axe. That's it. We can get it. Come on, we can get him. One skeleton. Do not miss your chance to glow.
Whoa.
Oh. Those corpse axes hit really hard. They got that big monster swing they do. They can't even hold the axe. Like, they gotta like drag it behind them as they're walking. Kind of reminds me of the chargers. Remember the undead chargers in Diablo 2? They would drag their weapon behind them as they walked.
Oh god, yeah. The ones that revive themselves randomly. Like to kill you.
Yes, all the time.
Fun little buggers.
Oh, is it? Where are we going now? Oh, is that it? Dungeon's over?
Yeah, dungeon was over. That was just a little bonus at the end.
Which?
Main gets left at 44, and no, I'm just kidding.
Alright. So as you can see, guys and gals, it's pretty quick to get your character from level 1 to 45, and once you're at level 45, you can get your character fully decked out in equipment. Obviously, it's not like the exact equipment that you would want for your character. It's not the exact stuff that you're probably going to utilize, you know, at the end game. But at the very least, you've got yourself a full bevy of items, which you can pull from, of course. You've got legendaries, sacred items, and so forth and so on. As you can see, I've got a whole bunch of items that I can pull from. I'm going to go through all of these. I'm going to pick out which ones are the best for my particular build, the legendary affixes that I'm going to want. And then just like that, now I have a level 45 character that is fully leveled up to, you know, like basically almost completely deck out the skill tree. I'm missing basically 5 skill points, which isn't too big of a deal, or rather 4 because I'm level 46. And then, you know, you can get your character set up. You can try and like do a little bit of theory crafting, figure out what you're going to do to make your character work, and then start exploring this big wide world map. As you can see, the entire map is still almost completely grayed out. We have everything left to do. Quests to do, dungeons to do. We've got all sorts of various things to do. We go back to Kjovashad and we could start doing some of these quests like doing our gem crafting, our extraction and our printing, our item upgrading. And we just generally have fun with it. We're probably not going to be able to do Tier 4. For those of you who are curious, this G-rushing is going to get you up to Tier 3 and is going to make you generally okay within Tier 3. If you go through all of your equipment here, you pick out the best pieces, utilize the best items for your character that you can here, and of course you spend your skill points wisely, you should be able to do Tier 3 content with moderate difficulty. It's not going to be like super easy, but you're going to have to refine your character a little bit and get him set up. And then once you get a couple levels under your belt, once you get to level 50, you start putting in gemstones and everything in all of your equipment, getting everything socketed and whatnot. You should be able to be a fairly competent character fairly quickly. And of course, look at my character looking all crazy with all his legendary items and stuff. I'm gonna have to get his all his things set up and get them all cool. Anyway, as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, even when we're just G-rushing a character up to level 45. And as always, keep watching. Outro play.